I don't think that we actually knew what the Midwinter Whiskey Run was going to do for us in the beginning. I mean, we've worked hard in the past, but nothing like what we had done throughout this couple-month period of long hours in the studio, working at a t-shirt place, working also our jobs, living our lives amongst all of this stuff, booking tours, booking shows, booking.
Hi, this is a message for anybody at Plan B that could maybe give me a call back in reference to making a gig. My name is Andy Murphy.
Hey, Mom,
and
it's
you can
Andy
reach
calling.
me at
Just calling to say that looks like I'm going to be
514-449.
home. We're booking a
Hi,
tour.
this is Andy Murphy
Jeff.
calling. Just
Hey,
wondering
Mo,
to
it's
see what
Andy.
we could do
Andy,
about
I gotta
getting
talk to
us.
bring out a minute, so give me a call back.
The starting of recording a video at Lachine Canal, the eventual wanting to go tour abroad, maybe getting out of Montreal, all the hours we put into recording, t-shirts, booking the tour, travel arrangements. I mean, it was all leading up to something. And what it really led to is something that we'll probably remember forever.
I think I've earned the right at your mystery. Come on, girl, get down with me. I know you both don't sleep. My fists go up. I find that feeling.
And it all started with our first project, which was a video. We hired a guy to do some HD video for us down on Lachine Canal on one of the coldest days in November.
So whenever
We're ready. Check our tuning.
Oh God, was it ever cold. Our hands were freezing, the guitars would not stay in tune. It was not easy, I have to say, but it was a whole lot of fun. Thankfully, Andy had made a big batch of homemade Baileys.
I think it's important to remember before we get into too much of this that me and Mo were probably both at a point where music was going to become a hobby. I mean, after this project was done, we had decided that maybe it was time to get out of Montreal and plan a tour. And we were going to go back to New Brunswick. Through the even beginning stages of the planning itself, we realized that we were going to need some merch. We were going to need an album. And that's when we decided to record Rally for Your Rifles. It was my first EP, and it was an experience.
I said now run, get daddy's gone. Bad men are coming and I wanna have fun. My bride
So we got into the studio to start working on Andy's EP. And Andy soon realized that he really had his work cut out for him.
And I had no idea coming into it, understand the process of what goes into recording an album, into doing it correctly. And on top of that, I had Mo down my back all the time. It was an open session for critiquing, and I was willingly taking it all just because I needed to get better.
From the beginning, we knew that in order to get these songs done and done right, we really had to leave our egos at the door. Luckily, nobody took anything personally. We could just laugh everything off.
said son, go and hide yourself. Crazy people are lurking all about. It's my old times that keep on back, and I can't ever let them go.
It really helped to be working with people that were setting the bar higher than what I had expected. I was able to go in and work with some musicians that had has so much experience. I mean, working with Mo and Nick and Gopal through a lot of this album, I mean, it couldn't help but become something that was more than just a solo project for me. And it was flattering to see how people were kind of jumping on board and they were having fun with this. I always kind of took this for granted, I guess, would be Mo had just come off at this point recording a double album that he had been working on for the past 2 years, where he had just put in his own blood, sweat, and tears. I guess I really didn't have it that bad in the end.
All we were trying to do is just take these songs to the next level. Try to make these songs as good as they could be within the time frame that we had. Andy was put to the test, and he put in the work, and he came through. And we were both really happy with the results.
We are here at East Island Print Shop.
Merch was something that helped pay our gas. I mean, it was something that we needed while we were on the road. And the guys at East Island Printing and Design, they really did help me out a lot here. When I came in with the design that was drawn by Mike Catella, who's from Miramichi, New Brunswick, they were just blown away with the actual design itself, and I think it just kind of led to a little bit more of excitement for them to make this t-shirt.
Hot. Sexy. It's gonna look very sexy.
They always enjoy making nice t-shirts.
So I didn't get any press. Nothing.
What do you mean?
Nobody would return my phone calls.
A lot of it for me did not sink in that we were even doing this until we were on the train. I mean, we didn't have time to think of anything else. We barely had time to practice. We finished the recording, we got it duplicated, we got everything done, our travel arrangements were set, we knew where we were sleeping. All we had to do was show up and play music.
For the CD, remember that? Business cards. This never happened.
We didn't get everything done. We should have.
And it really started to get to me a little bit at this point, and in an excited way, I think.
Bye. Where are we at, Andy?
New Brunswick. Coming into Miramichi, my hometown. It's a great place. Where the men are men and so are some of the women.
So it was nice that we got to Miramichi, then there was a storm, we delayed the show, which was great because
You got to be home.
I got to be home, see all my family, and we got to sleep a little bit. I needed to sleep, big time.
Say it softly in my ear. Say the words I long to hear. But say them only if they're true. 'Cause I'm happy just to be with you. A belly full of jelly beans. An empty palace for a beauty queen. A broken heart with an ocean view. I'd fathom just to be with you. But through it all,
When we were coming in to play at Plan B, the people of that place were just so inviting that it really became one of the highlights for us. It was just so much fun to be involved in something like that. It really felt like we were actually doing something.
tops. The wicked witch will clean them up and set a table with some wine for two.
Winter whiskey run, and this is our good friend Ryan. He is sleeping in his closet. And of of course, everybody was hospitable, no matter what. I mean, people were sleeping in their closets just to let us have their beds. You don't get that everywhere, so it was nice to be home and see that kind of hospitality.
If I act a fool, then you'll know it was true. Was happy just to be with you. So happy just to be with you.
I think at this part of the tour, musically, we were starting to lock in a little bit better, and I think that's when it started for me to really sink in that we were actually doing something special, and there was more to this tour than just going out and playing some music. I think we were playing to see if we could do it. And that was important for both of us to know at this point. I started to realize that we weren't just out on the road playing a little at some pubs. We were trying to figure out if this was going to be a doable thing for us. And I think at the end of that night, I started to get a little bit. And I started to feel like this is where I belong.
It's pretty hard describing the feeling I had going down to St. Andrews. It started to feel like a vacation. By this point, we were 8 days into it, and it was the first nice day that we had. I remember coming into town and seeing this beautiful, charming little coastal town and getting the strangest feeling. It felt like home.
And of course, we have to mention the Centurion. The Centurion was my father's Buick Century that seemed to just be the most reliable automobile that we could ever have. The Centurion got us where we had to be, always.
You in there, man? All right, I can just hang around here.
Any musician that is traveling through St. Andrews is probably going to end up staying at Salty Towers. And this was, for me, I mean, I enjoyed going back there again. But Salty Towers, I mean, I'd always heard about it. You know, you'd always hear stories about the music that was played there, the Salty Towers sessions. There was a lot of history for me knowing where we were going here. And when we landed here, it was just so amazing. You walk in and I think I went and had a nap, and Mo started playing music. And then Mo went and had a nap, and I started playing music. I mean, it was just, while your eyes were open in this place, you just wanted to be strumming or thumping on something, because like St. Andrews itself, it just has so much character and charm, and I was so happy that we got to stay there. On top of the fact that, I mean, we had our own rooms, and it wasn't a couch or a pull-up bed or anything like that. It was just nice to kind of have a night to relax. Thanks, Jamie. And of course, there was more drinks, as we seem to find. And I mean, at this point, a lot of it started to sink in for me. I remember when the show was done and we were just hanging out and talking to people and looking around, it really sank in. All the hours of work and the recording and the phone calls, booking tours, and just, you know, all the work that went into this. And I mean, at this point, music was going to be a hobby for us. I mean, we had worked hard on other projects. We were doing everything that we could, but the Midwinter Whiskey run, in a way, kind of kept this dream alive for us and really showed us that there is a place for Andy Murphy and Mr. Mo out there, and we're going to keep coming back at you.
Told them all the story